So today we're going to show you how the front camera works with the screen replacement. So this is the interface from our new screen replacement kit that we're going to be releasing very soon. It'll also work with the factory screen. You just need that additional front camera adapter combined with our front camera will work beautifully. So why do you need a front camera? For all of you Lexus owners, when you pull up to a curb, it's really difficult to see the distance you have from your front bumper to whatever objects in front of you. We hear this all the time where Lexus owners will end up damaging their front bumper because the curb is a little high. They just couldn't know the distance between where the curb is. Well, I got good news for you guys. Let me show you how to resolve all that.
Eric here, Beatsonic. We're installing a front camera onto this Lexus. What we're gonna do is we're making a customized bracket. This is G14 classified. If you'd like one, come stop by, we'll make one for you. And right here, the metal bar that goes down to the hood latch, or that supports the hood latch, we're gonna go ahead and mount it there, and we're gonna have it poke out on the second column in the middle, right here. All right, camera should be right here, pointing straight out. See, poke, hello. Alrighty, once we got the measurements of the bracket on, right over here, that metal pillar that's going straight down from the hood latch release, we'll go ahead and poke a couple pilot holes there just so that we could drill through and get this bracket mounted on. Puncture 1. Puncture 2. All right. Now you see a 1-2 punch right there. I'll bring the drill in and we'll get those drilled up. In case you're wondering about the size of the drill bit, actually this is very important. If you go too small, depending on the screw, you might not be able to get it through. If it's too big, of course, it's not going to tighten because, you know, this is actually a size 9/64. Very important. Screw that bad boy in there. Got yourself a nice little camera with a mount. I know what most of you guys are thinking. Hey, look, hey, if the camera's over here, what if you need to look down there? Well, guess what? The customer requested that. Most of the time, if you want to put it here, you want to see your bumper, you see where you're going. This does give you a 160 field of view, so you may be able to see your bumper, all right? Wire-wise, it's gonna route here. You see where we went through that first hole right there? To eliminate the use of using so many zip ties or not needing to, we'll come back around this way since we're routing this way. And then we'll grab this and we'll pull it all the way up. Then, really important, don't get in the way of this assembly. Don't do it. We know where we're routing to. Don't get in the way of the spring, the assembly, or any of that stuff. All right? We are routing this way because we found a little exit and a cable. Soon it's gonna pop out there like a little mouse. Well, guess what? You just go like this, right? And then not in the way of the springs. You wanna make sure that there's a little bit of a gap here. And then we'll go ahead and tie it up. All right? All right. Now, this part, right under here. You see where my hand goes? Under there, it's flexible. Right here. See where my finger is right there? That's where we're gonna shove that through. Once that gets through, we are going to tie it right here. You notice how I am doing this all on existing wires, not making my own path. And then I'll tie the wire behind it so you cannot see it. All right, and then this right here, as planned, we're gonna go behind the water reservoir, huh? Let's pull this wire. So you could kind of tuck underneath here. With these, there's always like some kind of like wire or something that should come out. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it right here. And I'm gonna tie it to that, because that ain't coming out. And then this will hide that. Just to secure it right there. Then once all that tucks through, you can tighten it. And look, hidden wire trick. And then right here, as I mentioned, the hole. All right, perfect. Sometimes you just need a really persistent set of fingers to feed that through. And then once this goes all underneath and through there, tuck it and hide it. All right, now I am gonna puncture in like so, and then go through the other side like so. Then we'll get the extension. You guys notice fat side, no fat side. This side, go through, no exit, too small. So guess what I did? I removed the actual piercing puncture thing from the grip. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed the smaller side through. It's going through. Oh, there you go. And then, now that we know it's through, we'll go to the other side and I'll pull the metal out with it. All right, and that should go through and through. And then when it exits out the other side, we got the wire. So perfect. Now we got the all side up set up for Ben. We'll put this back. Thank you, Ben. What he's doing is he's connecting it. We'll go ahead and insulate it, tidy it up, and we're done. All right, so for right here, super easiest thing to do. This is this part of the install, super easy to do. Right here, you see this little bulge? This battle of the bulge right here? We'll plan for this. We'll get this, and you just make a few loops. Let's get 2 zip ties. Then, you gotta go under and over. So right here, you just wanna go under. It's pretty flexible. You could push it down, and then you could just hide it right in there. That should be good. One thing that I didn't do yet, power and ground crimping, super easy stuff. You just need the materials, you need a wire snipper, you need bullet connectors, or any kind of connectors will actually do just fine. Just grab it, simple, expose those wires out. We'll give it a little bend. And this part right here will actually go straight through here. All right. So it's blue, you match it to blue. You grab it straight down the center right here. And then once you press down, give it a lot of strength, it crimps the wires together. Do a tug test. All right, for this ground wire. So we're gonna use this ring terminal. We're gonna go straight through the ring terminal right here. Okay, this one, apply a lot more pressure on here if you're weak like me. Maybe use 2 hands. I'll just do one more towards the top here just because I need this to be strong. Okay, so all of that is touching. Let's go ahead and insulate these. All right, now that we're done with the engine bay, all the routing and all the stuff in the front, we'll go ahead and hand it off to Ben. He's gonna show you how to connect it.
Alrighty guys, let's get in the car. Show you how it's done. Now, if you've already installed our screen replacement before in our previous video, you guys already know the process on how to remove the display screen, but let me show you guys how it's done anyways. Grab a plastic panel removal tool, remove this thin plastic panel here. Go ahead and grab a ratchet or socket or a wrench. And we're using a wrench because, as you can tell, the bolt is very, very close to the screen, so we don't really want to damage that. Okay, so we're using a wrench to just slowly move this out first. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and remove the other side. Okay, after you remove the 2 bolts, go ahead and push the screen out towards you and lift it up. And as you can tell, we have a few connections back here. Let's just go ahead and remove all these connections. That way we have access to all the connectors we're gonna work with. And that way the screen is out of our way. And if you take a look at our screen replacement wiring harness, there is an RCA for front camera in. And this is where we will actually be installing our front camera RCA in. And it also provides a camera 12-volt power source for your aftermarket front camera. Okay, you just need to ground it somewhere, but you can pretty much ground it anywhere. Alrighty guys, so all I did was pretty much move the claw tool from the back of the display screen, and I just routed it straight down toward the driver's side footwell where Eric's pierce of the firewall is. And if my cameraman was so kindly open up the claw tool, it's gonna grab the female end of the camera connector for power, and if you can close it, that'd be great, and just slightly pull up, and this will route everything up there. Alright guys, so what me and Eric just did is that we routed the front camera RCA here, as well as the red power wire all the way up top to the radio, and Eric's pretty much finding a suitable ground location, as well as tightening up the wires down there.
See that ground? Last thing we need to connect right here, Camry 12 volt. It's already stripped, so we're just gonna give it a twist. We're gonna give it a fold. Get the small side of this, stick it right through, make sure the metal's contacting. Get your crimper, then with maximum pressure. Alright, tug test, it's crimped. Power side, when a man and woman loves each other. There you go. Then we'll insulate all this up. Got electric tape, insulate. Voila.
Alright guys, all that's left, if you take a look at our aftermarket wiring harness here, it is labeled with a front camera input, and that connects to our front camera here. And to make sure this doesn't come off, we'll also insulate and electric tape this together. And all that's left is that we need to test the front camera, make sure it's working at an optimal angle that we'd like, and then we'll pretty much reverse order everything we just did, tuck away all these wiring harnesses, and put the screen back in, and that will conclude the installation. So let's go ahead and grab our screen and test. So I'll plug in everything. I'll plug back in everything. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the car. Now that we've supplied the power and ground, as well as the RCA connection. And to do that, you're just gonna tap on this left-hand corner here with the camera icon, and it will bring up our front camera. So it's working, and let's just go ahead and reverse order everything we just did and tidy everything away. And that's it guys. Let me hand it over to Eric and he'll give you guys the beautiful demonstration of what we just did.
So we're going to show you how the front camera works with the screen replacement. So there's some settings that you will have to go to. If you go to settings, go to car settings, reversing settings, and if you scroll down, there's a front view time. So we have it set at 8 seconds. If you want the front camera to show automatically right when you come out of your reverse gear, you turn that on. Right now it's set at 8 seconds, so let me show you how that looks. So say that I'm reversing my car, like so. Okay, it's your reverse gear, factory reverse camera, and you put it into drive or parking. Then your front camera will show for 8 seconds, and it'll time out, it'll turn off automatically. This is pretty useful. When you're reversing your car and you're about to go forward, you'll know exactly what's in front of your car. If you want to only turn it on manually, then you could put this to 0. So front camera view, set this to 0, and all you have to do is press this camera button, which will show you your front camera. All right, so if you're using CarPlay, right now our phone's not connected, so if you're using CarPlay, just select the home button on the CarPlay screen, which will take you here, and you press that, and that will show you the front camera. For all of you guys that doesn't have this screen, you have a separate manual switch that you can use one of your switch blinks over here to push it to engage your front camera. So let's go for a quick drive and just show you how all this works. I have that front camera timer off at the moment, but if you had it on, then you'll basically see this screen right here with the timer. And when you're done using this, you can just go like so. And say that I want to park my car here. I want to make sure I don't hit the curb. And just like that, just ensure that you don't damage your front bumper. All right guys, well that concludes our video today, showing you about our front camera integration to our new larger screen replacement that is coming up pretty soon. And if you still have your factory screen, you can get our CS11A paired with our front camera, which will interface to your factory screen very beautifully with an additional button. If you have any questions, leave a comment below or email us at info@bsonicusa.com. We love to hear from you. And if you haven't yet, help our channel, give us that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. It really help us out. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys at the next video.
Look, I don't take no loss, it's simple. I'm a stand-up guy, want 10 toes. Looking in the mirror, who